Did you know that we spend nearly a third of our lives sleeping? Yet for so many of us, sleep feels like a mystery. What if I told you that your dreams, your habits, or even those restless nights might hold clues about your mind? In today's video, we're unraveling the fascinating world of sleep disorders. Those hidden battles that happen when our brains and bodies are supposed to rest. And trust me, some of these might make you rethink everything you know about sleep entirely. Sleep is more than just a time for our bodies to recharge. It's a critical period when the brain performs some of its most important work. It's when emotions are processed, memories are organized, and the body heals itself. Yet for millions of people, this vital process is anything but restorative. Sleep disorders disrupt our nights and bleed into our days, leaving us drained, frustrated, and sometimes even fearful of bedtime. But sleep problems aren't just about feeling tired. They're signals, clues, that reveal the deeper interplay between our psychology, environment, and subconscious mind. From lying awake at night to strange behaviors you might not even be aware of, let's dive into the mysterious, sometimes surreal world of sleep disorders. For many of us, the most familiar sleep issue is insomnia. Picture this. You're lying in bed, eyes closed, but your brain refuses to shut down. Thoughts race, worries multiply, and before you know it, it's 3 a.m. Insomnia isn't always the problem itself. It's often a symptom. Your brain might be reacting to stress, anxiety, or even a disrupted circadian rhythm, your internal clock that tells you when it's time to sleep and wake. Sometimes insomnia is your mind's way of saying, hey, something isn't right. But here's the tricky part. The more you try to force yourself to sleep, the harder it becomes. Then there's excessive daytime sleepiness, the kind that leaves you feeling like you're wading through molasses, even after a full night's rest. This isn't just about being tired, it's your brain struggling to regulate its sleep-wake cycles. Modern life is partly to blame. Think about it. How often do you scroll through your phone in bed or stay up late working? Artificial light, stress, and irregular schedules all wreak havoc on our sleep, pushing our internal clocks out of sync. But it's not just external factors. Sometimes, excessive sleepiness points to deeper, unseen issues in the brain's sleep architecture. And when these disruptions persist, they don't just affect your energy levels, they impact your emotions, memory, and even your ability to connect with others. Now, let's get into the strange and surprising. Have you ever woken up to find the kitchen a mess, with no memory of making a midnight snack? Or worse, realized you've driven your car while asleep? These aren't just the stuff of urban legends, they're real phenomena linked to parasomnias. Sleepwalking, sleep eating, and even sleep driving happen when parts of the brain stay active while others remain in deep sleep. It's a bizarre psychological tug-of-war that science is only beginning to understand. Parasomnias like these highlight how interconnected our mind and body truly are. Sleep isn't just a switch that flips. It's a dynamic, multi-layered process, and when it's disrupted, the results can be as fascinating as they are unsettling. Speaking of unsettling, have you ever heard a sudden, loud noise as you're drifting off to sleep or waking up, only to realize it didn't come from the outside world? This phenomenon, called exploding head syndrome, is one of the most mysterious sleep disorders out there. It's not physically harmful, but it can be startling enough to make you question your sanity. Scientists believe it's linked to overactive neural activity as the brain transitions between sleep and wakefulness. Then, there's REM sleep behavior disorder, where the brain's paralysis mechanism during dreams malfunctions. Instead of staying still, people act out their dreams, sometimes with startling precision. Imagine dreaming of running and waking up to find yourself halfway across the room. What's fascinating is that this condition often appears alongside neurological conditions like Parkinson's, giving researchers a rare glimpse into the overlap between sleep and the brain's broader functions. Narcolepsy, too, offers intriguing insights. It's not just about sudden, uncontrollable sleepiness, it's a breakdown in how the brain regulates wakefulness and dreaming. People with narcolepsy might experience dream-like hallucinations or even temporary paralysis while awake. It's as if their brains can't quite decide whether to stay in reality or dive into the dream world. Recent research suggests a connection to a chemical called hypocretin, which helps maintain alertness and regulate sleep cycles. But let's shift gears and talk about the emotional side of sleep. Ever notice how a stressful day leads to restless nights? Or how unresolved fears show up in the form of nightmares? Sleep isn't just physical, it's deeply tied to our emotions and mental health. Nightmares, for example, aren't just random. They're often the brain's way of processing anxiety, trauma, or even unspoken fears. On the flip side, a lack of sleep can make us more emotional. Think about the last time you pulled an all-nighter. Chances are you were irritable, forgetful, and overwhelmed by even small tasks. That's because sleep helps regulate our mood. Without it, the brain's ability to manage stress, solve problems, and even empathize with others takes a hit. So, why does all this matter? Because sleep is more than a nightly ritual. It's the foundation of mental and emotional well-being. Yet in our 24/7 culture, we've normalized sleep deprivation. We brag about getting by on 4 hours of rest as if it's a badge of honor. But the truth is, poor sleep doesn't just make you groggy. It affects your memory, your creativity, your ability to make decisions, and even your relationships. Think of sleep as a reset button for your brain. When you don't press it, your mind carries the weight of yesterday into today, and over time, that burden adds up. Understanding and addressing sleep disorders isn't just about getting more rest. It's about giving your brain the tools it needs to function at its best. Poor sleep doesn't just affect you, it impacts how you connect with others. When you're tired, small frustrations can feel overwhelming, and your ability to empathize diminishes. But with proper rest, you're better equipped to handle challenges, nurture relationships, and truly engage with those around you. So, the next time you find yourself lying awake, caught in a strange nighttime behavior, or battling fatigue during the day, take a moment to ask, what is my sleep trying to tell me? Because sleep disorders aren't just random occurrences, they're messages from your brain, sometimes whispered and sometimes shouted, urging you to pay attention. By understanding these signals, you're not just solving a sleep problem, you're unlocking a deeper understanding of yourself. Sleep is your brain's way of communicating its needs and maintaining balance. Listening to these cues is the first step toward a healthier, more fulfilling life. Think of sleep as a reset button for your brain. It's when your mind processes emotions, consolidates memories, and clears out the mental clutter of the day. Without this nightly renewal, you're carrying yesterday's weight into today, a burden that only grows heavier over time. Sleep isn't just about recovery, it's also a wellspring of creativity. During dreams, your brain connects ideas in ways that might seem impossible when awake. Many of history's greatest breakthroughs and artistic works were born from moments of insight after restful sleep. When you're sleep-deprived, even simple decisions can feel overwhelming. That's because sleep sharpens your ability to focus, assess situations, and make sound choices. Without it, your mind struggles to separate what's important from what's not, leaving you second-guessing even the smallest steps. Sleep doesn't just impact you, it shapes how you connect with others. A rested mind is better at managing emotions, understanding perspectives, and building stronger relationships. Sleep isn't selfish, it's a gift you give to both yourself and those around you. Improving your sleep isn't just a small change, it's a personal revolution. By prioritizing rest, you're setting the stage for a brighter, more balanced, and more empowered life. Because when you take care of your sleep, you're taking care of your entire self. Dreams are the language of your subconscious mind, a place where unresolved emotions, hidden desires, and creative ideas come to life. By paying attention to your dreams, you can uncover clues about your inner world and even find solutions to waking problems. Sleep thrives on routine. Your body's internal clock, or circadian rhythm, craves consistency. By creating a calming pre-sleep ritual and sticking to regular sleep and wake times, you're giving your brain the stability it needs to function at its best. In today's fast-paced, always-connected world, sleep often takes a back seat. But the modern sleep crisis isn't inevitable. By unplugging from screens, managing stress, and reclaiming your evenings, you can protect your sleep and restore balance to your life. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary for rest. Darkness, quiet, and comfort all signal your brain that it's time to wind down. Creating a space that feels safe and inviting can make all the difference in improving your sleep quality. Better sleep doesn't just transform your nights, it elevates your entire life. From sharper focus to stronger relationships and improved emotional resilience, the benefits ripple through every aspect of your day. Sleep well, and you'll live well. Sleep and mental health are inseparable. Anxiety, depression, and stress often disrupt sleep, creating a cycle that's hard to break. But when you prioritize rest, you're not just healing your body, you're giving your mind the space to recover and grow stronger. Technology doesn't have to be the enemy of sleep. From smart lighting to apps that track your sleep cycles, modern tools can help you create an environment that supports rest. Use technology wisely, and it can become your greatest ally in achieving better sleep. What you eat matters more than you think. Nutrients like magnesium, tryptophan, and melatonin-rich foods support your body's natural sleep cycle. By fueling your body with the right foods, you're setting the stage for a restful night. Physical activity doesn't just energize your days, it also helps you sleep better at night. Gentle exercises like yoga or stretching before bed can calm your mind and relax your body, making it easier to drift into peaceful slumber. The science of sleep is constantly evolving. Researchers are uncovering groundbreaking insights into how sleep affects everything from memory to mental health. The future holds exciting possibilities, helping us unlock even greater understanding and control over our sleep.